What it is, good people, it is the Bad Wolf, the man in black. How you like that? Let's get into it. What is this video about? Glad you asked. It is about the Brady list. What, you you never heard of the Brady list? Oh, so you want me to do a whole video or some shebang on that? Can do that. Oh, let us take a gander. Should I do it through ChatGPT or on the internet? Chat? Okay, we can do that. Chat it is. As the youngins say less. All right, take us over there. Let's do it through Google. Feel like they need some more ad revenue for me. All right, so what is the Brady list?
A Brady list, also known as a potential impeachable disclosure, is a record maintained by law enforcement agencies and prosecutors to track police officers and other law enforcement personnel with credibility issues.
Oh,
These issues can include serious misconduct like falsifying police reports, providing false testimony, coercing witnesses, or tampering with evidence. The list
there's a whole lot more that they have done and do, and it is on that list. But let's keep going.
list is named after the landmark Supreme Court case Brady v. Maryland, which established that prosecutors must disclose any evidence favorable to the accused, including information about witnesses with questionable credibility.
Now we both know that the prosecutors, when you're going up against them, they are not going to bring up any dirt on the officer. That means that you can request it or go and get it yourself. But let's keep going. Let's
Credibility.
there you go.
Brady lists are vital for ensuring accountability and integrity within law enforcement. They are used to inform defense attorneys about potential inconsistencies in witness testimony, potentially impacting a case's outcome. The list helps ensure that defense attorneys have access to information that could undermine a police officer's credibility. Brady lists are not always public, but their existence and content are important for maintaining trust in the justice system. Some states, like Arizona, have enacted laws to make these lists public.
If they do not give you the information on the officer by requesting their personnel file or their corrective actions file or access to their Brady list, use that against them and say that you have been denied access that could be relevant to this case. May not be anything in there, but if there is, like let's say you got pulled over because you're of color or because you're a woman, and this officer has a history of that, and other people have sued him before, it's going to be in there, and you can use that to help your case.
Public. In summary, a Brady list is a record of law enforcement personnel with credibility issues, maintained to ensure prosecutors disclose evidence that could undermine their testimony and to protect the rights of defendants.
Is the Brady list available to the public?
No, Brady lists are generally not made available to the public. These lists.
Now, this is obviously is not completely accurate because some do and some don't. But my question is why would this not be publicly available everywhere as a law across the United States? If I've got an officer who's part of the uh, uh, three-letter agencies or three-letter groups that don't like people of color, let's just say, for an example, I kind of would like to know that. I mean, I don't need to know where they live, but it's messed up that they can know where I live. Just saying.
Lists, maintained by prosecutors, contain information about law enforcement officers with credibility issues, such as dishonesty or misconduct.
Et cetera, et cetera. Okay. So let's see what else. So it's kind of funny because this right here was created by a Captain Aaron Jones PowerPoint presentation, and yet what is a Brady list? So when they're teaching these officers about what a Brady list is, guess what they're quoting? Constitutional law, Supreme Court opinions, court cases, which is what? Superior law. Stands over state law and your municipality. All right. So apparently it's not only called the Brady, but it's also called the Giglio. All right. So maybe I'll save this and we'll do a video on their presentation at some point in time. Definitely don't want to use that right now. So how about this? Okay. Let me try to ask it straightforward. Is there a judge list of bad or corrupt, etc. judges? If so, what's it called? All right. So there should be a commission on judicial performance that handles complaints about judges, impeachment on the federal level, ethics codes. They have a state bar and a public reporting agency. Okay. All right, some templates. All right. So let's get back. All right. So the short version of it is this. The Giglio or Brady list, as I know it, is a listing of the cops that have done shady, questionable things and have been caught. You have the right to request that information or ask them for their performance or correction file, disciplinary information. And if they do not provide it, then use that against them. Say, well, you know what? Enter it into evidence that, they let the record reflect that I was not allowed to see if this particular officer has had corrective actions taken before for something similar, which means that essentially you can say, I'm not getting a fair case. I can't, how can I defend myself under sui juris or pro per properly if I don't have all the facts? It's one helpful tip out there when dealing with your court case. So that's it, guys. I'll talk to you later. Have a good one. Stay blessed, stay positive, and I'll talk to you guys later.